Hello there, welcome
Hello.
to my lesson. My name is Omensielvo. I'm a diamond player and I'm a Russian guy as well. So, just I'm really glad that you're interested in my lesson. Hope you will like it. Let's start with you introducing yourself.
Okay, my name is Ricardo. I'm from Portugal and I'm 15.
My second student in a row is from Portugal.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yep, really. And I will
Nice.
give you a link now. Oh no, it was not the right link. Here is it. Okay, now let's talk about the things that you feel like preventing you from climbing the yellow. What kind of problems do you face? What champions roles do you prefer? And just like overall introduction to your problems, or probably even the positive sides.
Mm, I don't know actually. Uh, Before I had a really bad internet connection, so sometimes it just went really up the ping, and I couldn't play. That prevented me from winning some games. But most of the time, it's people that go AFK and all of that keeps me from winning as well.
Well, here you need to understand just the one main thing. Like people that are playing both in your team and the enemy team are the same like people overall. And just as well as your teammates are going at AFK, just as much vulnerable to it, like playing players from the enemy team. You can make them go AFK just by crushing their lane, by babysitting when you're playing jungle. Well, the easiest way is just to play jungle and destroy his lane. You can do it by just constantly ganking. So, but I see the main thing for you is mid laner. Yep.
Yes.
So it is still possible. Uh, it is rather easy to carry by playing mid laner, and I have done it because when I started and I was mainly playing uh, solo queue instead of duo queue that I like like to do right now. I was playing a lot Oriana, Lux, and I got to the point where I was consistently catching someone off guard, like deleting them, and we just were able to snowball out of it. And the very first games I played Annie and flash ulted some people, and that was back at the time when I was silver. Then I found that Malzahar destroys the lane uh, in a rather high percentage of the games. So I've spammed him until the point where I just couldn't win the early game uh, in a in that impressive way. So the guy will go AFK, and late game was horrible. So I have switched to Lux. That is good both early and late game.
Yeah,
Here,
I love Lux.
yep, she is awesome. Like, but here you need to focus on farming. When you play uh, heavy AP carry mid laners, uh, and I mean Lux, Oriana, Ziggs, you want to farm a lot. Uh, you don't even care on the kills. You just have a good percent. You have a good last hitting statistics, and in the end, it will result uh, in better team fights. And in team fights, you try to position yourself in that way so you won't get engaged by the enemy team. You leave your teammates to engage or your stupid AD carry to get engaged by and use them as a bait to delete their team. Especially when you're playing Lux, it is just a perfect thing to have. Just your AD carry running somewhere ahead of you, and you just wait for him to get engaged by Jax flashes in and instantly Q stun him. So you just land your Q, land your E, land your ulti on top of it, and you will be able to damage like, most likely the whole enemy team. And even if they manage to kill you, they carry. They have already like lost that much HP that they are unable to keep on playing, keep on fighting uh, in this team fight. So that's the basic idea. Roaming uh, and helping your jungler is an important thing, but here I would just stress out that you do want to help your jungler, but in a more passive way, because well, you don't have that much experience considering the fact that you have only around 130 games played in ranked this season, and in normals, uh, 600 games. Uh, it's not that much. You are not that experienced, and you want to get this experience. And you can get it just by watching, observing the enemy players. So, what's more important when you play these heavy AP carries, you can afford to do this. You are not assassins. You do not rely on getting those kills, getting ahead. You rely on getting like three core items, uh, Chalice, and I think it's Holy Grail, Rabadon's Death Cap, and Void Staff. These three items are core items for you to get, and as soon as you get them, like there is no problem for you to delete anyone in this game. You don't care either it's like top laner or it is AD carry from bot lane. Uh, you shouldn't even care whether they are fed or not, because if you are playing Lux, you have so much CC that they just can't get through it. Probably Irelia can just possibly get through it, but you have your shield, you have your Q, you have your E, and like basically you have your teammates being some kind of a shield for you, just with their HP dying in front of you, and you just have to think like probably a step ahead of your enemies. Where can they go? And just run away from them and use the advantage of your long range skills. And again, like Orianna has, well, she has some nuances, but Lux has awesome range skills. Ziggs has the same, and just you play all your game around this. You want to be in a distance on them, and you shouldn't go for the kills. You should focus on living through the team fights. A lot of people tend to underestimate and tend to focus on getting the kills, and they end up tunnel visioning. I mean, just not seeing anything what is going on around them. They just see this guy running with 10 HP from them, and they don't even understand that they can't chase him down. They don't have speed, gap closer, they don't have skills, and the whole team is supporting him already, this guy running from you, and you will end up dying for nothing. You just need to back up if the team fight is going wrong and try to catch someone off guard. And to catch someone off guard, you want to have that vision up. So you need to get this habit of bringing at least one word after, well, actually after After the first time you go to the shop, you want to bring back to the lane at least one ward. Doesn't matter uh, whether you are getting ganked or you don't. You want to get this vision. People do not just take in consideration that this wards not only prevents you from getting ganked, but it also helps you to get the kills. People that are playing with you, they're like most of the time not that dumb. They want to get out of this LOL just as much as you do. So if your jungler sees that the enemy jungler comes into the bush, uh, so you both know about it, and the enemy doesn't know, so you just can't play around it. You can just collapse on this guy standing in this bush, just one shot him, and the enemy mid laner won't be able to react. And this will help you to secure buffs, and what is more important, your blue buff that you do want to get. So getting wards is important, and uh, the further you are pulling ahead of your opponents, the more wards you want to buy, because at the moment it is the easiest way uh, to keep on winning the game. You just ward the enemy jungle if you are going, if the game is going good, catching someone off guard and take objectives out of it, snowball on kills, and if you don't have that vision, you end up fighting in the situations when you don't have full information on the position of your enemy, and it gets to the throw of a coin. And if you are already winning, this throw of a coin, well, that's not the best thing you want to get. You want to make sure that this advantage that you have already achieved won't be thrown to the garbage bin. So just invest in wards and it will pay off. Because we'll just think for a moment, like uh, one ward costs 75 gold. It lasts for 3 minutes, so one kill worth 4 wards, and it's just 12 minutes of completely vision of one bush, and it's just most of the time I'd say like 30% of an average game. That's just an awesome thing, an awesome advantage. Uh, so these are the main points. Like, well, the global idea that vision is important. People that are playing with you are the same people that are playing against you, so you can make them rage quit by mastering your mechanics, and it is possible to master your mechanics. Uh, uh, you shouldn't worry about counter picks because people overestimate counter picks. They don't know how to play the champion, still they pick it just because, wow, this is a counter pick. But they can't play this champion properly, and you can outplay them. Uh, and just play the games to the very end, because uh, you don't have enough experience, and you want to get as much as experience as you can. And if it is a loss for you, it is still worth it. Just this feeling of comeback, feeling of games that uh, are still winnable. Uh, this kind of feeling is learned through the constant experience, and especially when you are playing Lux, there is nothing impossible for you. When you can delete someone every 30 seconds, there is always a place for comeback here. So let's jump to constant game and have a look on your mechanics.
Okay.
Don't you trust me?
I will go for Ari. So be be prepared.
So I can pick any champion, okay? I want, right?
So there are two kind of lanes. Either you are facing another late game AP carry champion like Ziggs or Rihanna. I don't know. Well, probably there are some others. Just can't recall it at the moment. Or you face a assassin. When you play against heavy farm champion, you want to keep on farming, and that's the main like part of focus. When you're playing against assassin, you can afford yourself giving up a bunch of last hits. Uh, like you can afford yourself back. Probably that results in losing experience, but not getting given the skills. Because if you are already poked down and you are already behind, and you end up dying, you lose uh, just probably the same amount of a golden experience as you have backed and came back to the lane, uh, or even more. And the same thing about gold. But also you have given gold to the enemy assassin that he wants to get. He wants to snowball you, and you don't want him to get this rolling. You just farm what you can farm by your skills, and just try to live through his burst. Here, of course, you rely a lot on your jungler pressure because assassins is countered a lot by their jungler attention to your lane. If they are low on HP, they can't outplay you, but you can't rely it, uh, you can't rely on it every game because, well, let's be honest, junglers sometimes suck at decision making. So you want to play your solo game to be decent, even if your matchup is not good, is not the best for you. But you still are better than me late game if I'm not fed. And you can prevent me getting fed by not giving the kills yourself and just warding and uh, predicting where I will go. For example, well, I've pushed the lane, you can't really get out of the tower, and I will go somewhere. That's why you want to have these wards on the side bush or like in the bushes. Then you have a look on the map and uh, try to predict where would you go if you were me. What lane would you gank? So at the moment you try to push the lane by just auto attacking the minions.
How tempting.
And as soon as I leave the lane, and you have predicted it, you should just make your side lanes pay attention to it. Are you there?
Indulge me. Don't you trust me? Don't hold back.
Is everything okay?
Yeah,
Shall
my 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 father just arrived.
Ah, okay. Okay, as well, just during the laying phase, you should track on my cooldowns and try to be aggressive when I waste them for nothing. You know, for example, that I must Q, and as soon as I
Too late for
waste
mercy.
it to farm the minions, it's the time for you to try and go aggressive on me.
Indulge me.
But you should make sure that just as soon as my Q will be close to getting back up, you should just go back, not to get this damage back on you.
I know what they desire. Don't you trust me?
Oh, that was awesome. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I just I haven't played Ari for ages, and I'm really bad at last hitting. I'm not landing my skill shots, and let's end up uh, giving first blood.
How tempting.
So that's why counter picks doesn't matter that much when you're feeling confident on the role you play. When you're just
Tell me a secret.
and not only playing against the mid lane champion, but also being prepared for the ganks of junglers and just throughout the time, or just there is the same rotation over and over again, like Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, Elise, I don't know, and just they're all sticking to the meta and not changing. So once you get used to it, you are pretty confident when you can survive the gank or when you cannot.
Don't you trust me? Shall we? I know what they desire. Don't hold back. How tempting. Shall we? Let's have some revenge.
I've run out of mana. Okay, good job.
Thanks. I play a lot with Ariana as well.
Yeah, well, I just that's easy to notice that you are just confident with it and playing good. Though it is risky to go tier though. I would recommend you to go chalice all the time because well, if someone is playing a little better with Ari, then he can still burst you down, and tier sets you a little bit to behind. So it is better overall any game, but Chalice is better in terms of being tankier early game, and it gives you that awesome cooldown reduction that you want to have in the skirmishes, in just to be able to uh, just reposition your ball more often to harass your opponent in a more effective way, and just uh, be more flexible overall during the game. And tier is makes you rather dependent on the blue buff to uh, be able to trade with the guy that has his I have forgotten how's it called. Well, the graded chalice. Uh, that how that thing's real. Yep. So you rely on the blue buff less, and well, obviously it can happen that you get this buff denied or your jungler takes it. So you don't want this to happen, and you don't want you to set you back in terms of relying on getting to that late game. And tier is what it's supposed to be. Uh, Although when you are playing heavy AP carries, well, it is okay, but still, I prefer going chalice over anything. Oh, you haven't finished the game?
Oh, wait. I'm supposed to?
Yep, I have left already.
Okay, I did now.
Well, I already tried to reconnect. No, that's unfortunate. I guess it crashed. Mm-hmm. And what about your pink? Will you be able to call mid first, or should I do this for you?
I think I can do it.
Yeah, okay. Just because of this, because I don't have enough friends online right now to make sure that you get the position you need, and I want to make sure that you play the mid lane right now. And do you know, have has Red already launched the new champion? Oh, they nah, they didn't. Yep, bro.
No, not yet.
My DoQ partner is just looking forward to playing him all day long, all night long. So you want to help your jungler when it invades. Want to help him when he's getting pressured in your jungle, but about rotating and trying to gank, uh, I don't think that it's worth doing because you invest your time in a like probable outcome of your teammates winning their lanes, and if you're not sure how it will go, well, it can end just really horrible. And if you farm and then just deal that amount of damage that the enemy will shiver in fear, well, I guess that's worth much more, and that's most likely uh, what happens in low tier games. You just invest your time. Your team doesn't react on your gank, and you end up wasting your time for nothing. They don't tell you about words that are placed. Well, the lack of communication is the main part of it. Hmm. Should I go?
Always
Go
trust
Karma.
your
Okay, I'll be right back. Just a second.
Hmm.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Okay, well, and just about playing with Ignite. Ignite is not the best option for Lux. You better go for heal or barrier. I wanted to tell you about Ignite on Lux. It's not the best option because during mid and late game, it will be useless because your range of skills is will be much higher than the range of Ignite, and you can't afford you going that deep to Ignite. You better just take heal, so you can survive a little longer for your skills to come up back again. Use them, and it will overall be a better option uh, to for the team fights. And moreover, if you are getting caught and you have heal up, it is more likely for you to survive it, flash out of the bad situation you have put yourself in, uh, and then land your burst damage and survive. And Ignite doesn't provide that utility to you, and well, this is rather one-sided. And what's more, that's not helping you to win the lane. It helps you to get the kills mid lane, yep, but you can just force your opponent go back and capitalize on just getting more farm out of his absence on the lane and pushing the tower. So, like, consider changing it because you will get punished. You will get punished as you climb the ladder. The junglers will become better, like the opponents on the mid lane will become better, and Ignite will do nothing. Like there are better options out there. Oh shit!
Oh, I thought Jax was the jungler.
No.
I have seen two paths and made another between.
So I started with Q.
Yep.
Never fear change. Challenge what you know. The answer lies within. spirit is an unquenchable fire. Never again will I sit idle. Heart and mind as one. Never falter.
Listen. Oh, nice reaction on flash.
So must I.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, look at that guy.
We have learned as much as we have suffered.
An enemy has been slain.
Ionia speaks. Peace. Never fear change.
And you see how he
Lies within.
didn't push the lane to the very end, so he just denied creeps from him, and you get most of the experience and go from it.
We must
So,
all make our
just-
choices.
You don't want this to happen.
Challenge what you know.
Yeah.
I have seen two paths and made another between. Indecision is failure. The answer lies within. As I peace. Never again.
You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain.
Never fault. We must all make our choices. Heart and mind.
Has been slain.
We have learned as much as we have suffered. I have seen two paths and made another between. My spirit is an unquenchable fire. Challenge what you know. Never fear change.
Well, when you are full on mana and like you can get less hits because your wave is pushing to the enemy tower. You can afford your just using your skills, Yi, to fast this push up, because
We have learned
this will
as much as
help you avoid the situation that you are going a little bit further into the lane, so it will be easier for the enemy junglers to gank you,
unpunchable.
and it will be harder for the enemy to last hit under the tower, and just it will lead effectively to
Sa el Sa.
resetting the lane to its normal situation. And as well, you will get gold out of it. Wow, what the fuck, dude.
Oh my.
Never fear change. To conquer oneself is to conquer all. We must all make our choices. Heart and mind as one. Challenge
Nice.
what you want.
They were greedy.
They always say that.
Yeah. Well, when you're winning bot lane that convincingly like they did, you want to go back and push mid lane. They just stayed for too long there. Made no sense.
An ally has been
Oh.
slain.
I have seen two
An enemy has been
and
slain.
made another
What?
between. Never again will I sit.
Okay, this is not going so well. For me.
As Ionia changes, so must I. There is wisdom in war. Focus. The answer lies within. Never again will I sit idle. Gaia Kiri.
Bot lane missing.
An enemy has been slain. An
Heart
enemy
and
has
mind
been
as
slain.
one.
Is missing too.
Dragon is still up. Well, they're coming. Be careful. Precious here. This side is warded.
I have seen two paths and made another between.
Shit.
Okay, just clean the wave.
We have learned as much as we have suffered.
We can use the skills just to secure the skills. Another kills.
We must all make our choices.
Okay.
Oh. That was a huge fail. That worked.
Latviano. Challenge what you want. Never fear change. My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
See, like, probably if you had heal, you would have survived.
Yeah.
Ignite doesn't help in these kind of situations, and we just extra damage. That's
Never again.
not what we needed in this kind of situation. We just wanted to leave leave this trash running and eating dust under our boots,
Never
but
fear change.
he was sitting right on us.
Challenge what you know. My spirit is an unquenchable fire. I have seen two paths and made another between. Never falter.
Just use your skills to clear the wave and ignore anything else. Because, well, he will try to poke you down and you can't win this poke war. Or
As
just,
Ionia changes, so must I.
they are doing break. Can try to steal it.
We must all make our
Watch back.
never.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna mute everyone because that was so bad.
The answer lies within.
Godlike.
Never fear change.
And what are you building now?
I'm gonna do Callus and Lich Bane.
Nah,
As Ionia changes,
that's not good.
No?
You should just go heavy AP.
And
You should just grade your Chalice, and then go Rabadon to get damage, and then White Staff to be relevant fighting against like, tanky. If they go tanky. And just, well, Volibear will be tanky anyways.
Killing spree.
wow. This guy's strong.
challenge what you know.
And again, like, going Lich Bane means that you just have to auto attack to be efficient, and you want to just apply pressure not on their tanks by dealing extra damage to them with auto attacks and not pushing towers. You want to one-shot enemy carries, and you can do it only by building AP and cooldown reduction, just to deal a massive amount of damage with your.
We must all make our choices.
Shut down.
We have learned as much as we have suffered.
So, Rabadons.
Yep.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire. The answer lies within. Never again will I sit idle. Dying, hear me. The answer lies within. Never falter. We have learned as much as we have suffered.
Uh,
We must all make our choices. Focus.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Never fear change. My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
Should I use my ultimate to farm?
Yep.
Heart and mind as one.
If you're getting pushed by a large wave of minions, or for example they are trying to push us 4 or 5 and it is like
Never
well,
I sit idle.
they will deal a lot of damage on your
Peace.
turret if you don't do it. Yep, sure. Your cooldown is low, you've already built cooldown reduction, so it's perfectly fine to use it for farming. Wow, he's going balls deep.
Never falter. As Ionia changes, so must I.
No, I wouldn't recommend you using Q to farm like that, because we are pushing and they can collapse on us like this, like you see. And Q is the most effective skill
We have learned
to
as
prevent
much
them.
as we have suffered. As Ionia changes, so must I. Focus. I have seen two paths and made another between. Latviano. Challenge what you know. Never falter. Never again will I sit idle. We must all make our choices. Focus. Never fear change. The answer lies within.
Wow.
My spirit is locked not only. Heart and mind as one. The answer lies within.
At this point we just want to def to death our Jacks and Kazakhs when they engage
I
and
have seen two
prevent them engaging in us too hard if they just feel like cannot fight Jacks and Kazakhs with our support from behind. They can try to flash in and to destroy our backline before getting going for these guys. So we just have to be careful on it and just stay behind and use our skills from each. Ah.
Never falter.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Get raped. Wow, wow, wow. So now we can go for aggressive warding, like warding these bushes,
As I
and just see where they want to go in their jungle. When we're pushing top lane, we also want to have this warded so they won't get out of nowhere and just start fighting us.
we have learned as much as we have suffered. My spirit is an unquenchable fire. Challenge
Unstoppable.
never falter. Never again will I fall.
GG.
Victory.
So when you're feeling like you can't win this poke war, just use your skills to farm. Well, I've seen that you just missed the cannon minion. Cannon minion is always worth wasting a skill to get kill, to get last hit on this cannon minion because it's worth a lot of gold. And if you're constantly losing this cannon minion, then it's just it is worth and not getting a kill.
Okay.
Let's go for another game. Do you have time?
Yeah, I think I don't know if I'm going to eat early today or not. Just need to make sure. So be right back.
Okay.
Can't right now.
Excuse me?
I can't.
Okay.
Another one.
Okay. That's a
Some-
pity. But okay, just a few thoughts to end the lesson. I guess your laning phase is good when everything is going good, but when something is going wrong, feels like well, you're just taking hard time getting those last hits going. Uh, Probably you should just try this last hitting under the tower. I don't know, put a bot against a game where you don't use your skills and just try place yourself against some hard pushing champions. So they push the lane to you, and then you just try and train that last hit in under the tower. And just when you are falling behind and you are not you have no intentions to poke and to kill someone in lane, it's just perfectly fine to use your skills to secure those last hits. And just by hard last hitting and getting into the late game, you will be able to carry in team fights just because your champions brings more utility into those team fights, and Lux, Oriana just surely do this. So other than that, just you shouldn't be uh, angry on your teammates. Well, this happens. Universe doesn't want you to lose. So just focus on yourself. Focus on why are you losing. Just this kind of matchups. Probably try to just focus on something other rather than just trying to force the enemy out of the lane and uh, end up getting last hits. So probably this guy will try to harass you that hard that he will just won't be able to catch up on you in terms of last hitting. And if you have like I don't know, even Rabadon and I think Holy Grail just in the mid game, that's awesome. You will be able to do a lot of damage and probably carry if they position themselves in a bad way. And just by granting vision to your teammates, you will be able to get someone caught 100% sure, and by that winning the game. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for the attention. Uh, like I will spectate a game of you later on this week, and probably not one, because if I have time, I enjoy spectating and analyzing the games and see how the progress going, because it is hard to notice all these small things in one game and just in these 2 hours or even less. But still, hope this was somewhat useful for you, and I would appreciate getting a review on this review on the site. This will help me a lot to get more students, and well, there are a bunch of ideas what to come next. I will just send you on the site like a farewell message with the recorded lesson that we've had today. So that's pretty much it that I had to say. If you have some questions or anything else, you're free to ask me right now or any other day. I'm here for you, so thank you.
Sim, não. Pera um segundo. Não está. Sorry, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Questions? No, I don't really have any questions. Just that I can book another session, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, I have it closed for now, but well, we can just schedule it without using site when I have time.
Okay, yeah.
So probably on Thursday, I guess, or maybe not on Thursday. Well, just contact me later on when you have a free time. I'm here all of the days except Wednesday and Sunday. Other days I'm here, so we can just have another lesson and play a bunch of other games. Probably just I'll have another student playing against you, like some kind of small screams, 1v1. practice less hitting under the tower, because it looks like not only you have problems with that particular part of the laning phase, and that's an important part, like, because sometimes you are getting not even outplayed by your opponent, but you can be ganked, and so you have like probably 50% of HP. The, the lane is pushing to your side, and you just have nothing to do but last hit under the tower and try to get as much as you can out of it. So I'll guess we'll train this a little bit more. Thank you. Have a nice evening, and all the best for you.
Thanks. I'll contact you maybe Saturday. Oh no, not Saturday.
Okay.
Maybe around next week.
Okay.
This is my test week, exams as well, so I won't be online much.
Well, good luck on exams.
Thank you. So see ya.
See ya.